All right, is over of equals percent over 100. So when we read this first example, it says what percent of 25 is 17. So the of is 25, the is 17. 17 over 25. And that asks us what percent. So the variable, the x, is where the percent goes, the over 100. And then we get a nice, easy proportion to solve, just like what we did yesterday. Cross multiply. 25x is equal to 1700. Divide by 25. How many times is 1700 divisible by 25? 4 times 17 would be 40, 68. 68. Okay. X is 68. So 17 is 68% of 25. That's what we're finding, okay? So I want you to set them up as proportions and solve them. That's the way I want them done. You may have done it a different way last year. It doesn't matter. This is the way I want them done. All right, let's look at example B. It says, what number is 37 or 30% of 90? Okay, so they give us the percentage, they give us the of, and they say what number is. So the is what we're looking for. So when we think about is over of equals percent over 100. Is over of, we don't know the is, we do know the of, percent over 100. That's how you're going to set them up. And then just cross multiply and solve. 100x equals 2700, right? Divide by 100. 27, yeah. Good job. 27 is 30% of 90. That's what we found. Is over of equals percent over 100. Sample C. What percent of 136 is 51? So what's our setup? Okay, so what goes on top? Equals x over 100. What do we do to solve it? Cross multiply. 5100, 136x, divide by 136. 5100 divided by 37.5. Yeah, 37.5. And I'm okay in this section. I'm okay with you getting decimals as answers. Okay. In the previous sections, I wanted fractions unless there was a decimal in the problem. In the percent section, section 3.7, I'm okay with decimals as answers. You hardly ever hear me say that, but I am saying it for this section. Okay. Is over of equals percent over 100. What about example D? What number is 45% of 92? What number is 45% of 92? So what's our setup? 45%. 45 should always be over 100. If it's the percentage, that's going to be over 100. Then we don't know the is over of. So the is what we're looking for. I don't happen to know my 45 times tables or my 92s. Say it again. 4,140. 140. Okay. And then we divide by 100. Yeah. Remember, if you divide by 100, it just moves the decimal twice. 41.4. And again, I'm okay with decimals as answers in this section. Is over of equals percent over 100. Do one more. What number is 150% of 50? So what's our setup?
Is over of.
So what's is? What goes on top there? X over 50. Yeah, 150 over 100. Should our answer be bigger than 50 or smaller than 50? Bigger. Why?
Because it's 150%. More than.
Right. 150% means more than the regular amount. So 100x, 50 times 150, 7,500 divided by 100. X is 75. Not bad. Easy stuff. If you remember, is over of equals percent over 100. These should be cake. I mean, easy stuff. Sometimes they turn it around a little bit and they say it a different way, and they say 65 is 62.5% of what number? Okay, so they've turned it around, but we still just need to remember is over of equals percent over 100. So what part is the is? No. 65 is the is. What part's the of? X. We don't know. It says of what number, so I don't know what that number is. Now the 62.5 is a percent, so it has to go over 100. That percent should always go over 100, no matter what. Cross multiply. $6,500 divided by 62.5. 104. Nice. My work there, show that. That's what I did to get there. Divided by 62.5. Okay, so even when they rearrange the problem, we're still looking for is and of, and the percent is always going to go over 100. Always. Look at another one that's maybe written a similar way. 50 is 125% of what number? So what's our proportion that we set up?
50 over x. 125 over 105.
Good job, guys. Cross multiply. 1,000. Divide. How much is that? 125% of 40. Is that right? Okay. 5,000 divided by 125 is 40. Not bad. Okay. Is over of equals percent over 100. Now, let's start looking at some application problems. Taxes, tips, and discounts. Okay. Taxes, tips, and discounts. This is stuff that you can use every day. I won't lie to you and say that you're going to use everything that we learned in Algebra 1 class at the grocery store up here in town, but you will use this at some point in your life, okay? Taxes, tips, and discounts. What's the difference in a tax, a tip, and a discount? Right? What about a discount? It's a reduction in price. Taxes and tips are going to do what to your price? They're going to go up. They're going to be adding to your bill. Okay. All right. So let's say our bill was $15.75, and you want to leave a 15% tip, and then we want to know what would our entire bill be. Okay. So it's customary to leave at least a 10% tip, and that's for minimal service. Really, really great service, 20%. Decent service, 15%. Okay? So that's etiquette type things that folks don't teach you. So our bill is $15.75. We want to leave a 15% tip. So when we set up our proportion, we need to know what 15% of our bill was of that ticket. So how much is 15% of $15.75? This is one way to solve this. There's multiple ways to do this. This is one way to do it. Let's find out how much money we need to give them as a tip. Because we're going to need to know that number, especially if you're like me and you don't carry cash anymore. You pay with a card, you've got to write in your tip on your receipt, how much you're leaving for a tip. So we need to know that number. So we need to know how much is the tip of $15.75 if we're leaving a 15% tip. That's what we're trying to leave here. Okay, so cross multiply. $15 times $15.75, $236.25. Divide by 100. And we get $2.36 and a quarter of a cent left. So I would round that up if I'm the person leaving the tip. I'd round that up to $2.37. If you're the waitress, would you want them to round up or not? Yeah, definitely. So I mean, that's just once a quarter of a cent. It's not going to kill you. Or 3/4 of a cent is what you rounded it up as. Okay, so that's how much our tip is. What's our total? Be $15.75 plus $2.37. 12, 11, 7, or that's 8. $18.12. That's how much we should pay or write as the total on our receipt. $18.12. Left that much of a tip. Now you may enter the debate if you do you tip on the tax. Well, their wages are going to be taxed, so I always do. But some people don't. Some people only tip on the bill part. Let's look at another one. Your bill is $12.43. You pay with $15 in cash, and you tell the car hop, or say you're Sonic, and you ordered a small drink and ordered cheese sticks, and it's $12.43. That's a joke. It shouldn't be that much. It's sadly close to that. It's not that much. Okay, so you paid with $15 in cash, and you told the car hop to keep the change. I want to know what percent tip did you leave that car hop? What percent tip did you leave the car hop if you told them to keep the change on a $12.43 bill and you paid with $15? Okay. So we're looking for the percentage. Now, what's the of part? Is it 1243 or the 15? Well, how much was our bill? So that's what we're tipping on. Not on how much we paid or how much money we handed them. How much did they charge us? 1243. Okay. We paid them 15 and told them keep the change. So what should be the is on top? Be 15 minus 1243. Right? That's how much of a tip we left, whatever that number is. So let's work that number out. It'd be $2.57. Is that right? We want to know what percent of 1243 is that amount. 1243x 257 divide 257 divided by 1243. 20 point, let's go 2 decimal places, 0.68% tip. That's how much of a tip we left. Almost a 21% tip in the $2.57 that they got. That's generously tipping. May not seem like much, but for that particular bill, it was quite a bit of it. Okay, so all right, let's go to a discount. Let's talk about shirts. My wife and I went to Corinth this last weekend. We were shopping around. She was looking for something for the kids, and ended up they had a couple of shirts on sale. Ended up buying a few shirts and things. Let's say a shirt was marked $19. It's on sale for 20% off. What's the sale price? What's the sale price? And if I'm shopping, I don't whip out the calculator and think about this. I'm trying to just get an idea of it. We're going to find the exact amount. If I'm shopping, I look at that and I say 20% off. I think, what's 10% of 19? What's 10% of 19? $1.90. Move the decimal one place. And then 20% is 2 10%, right? Put together. What's $1.90 plus $1.90? $3.80 off of that. Off of 19. That's what I think, okay, it's about $4 off. So I'm getting this shirt, instead of 19, I'm getting it for about 15. That's what I think about when I'm doing that math. You know, I don't pull out the calculator and do it. I think, okay, how much is it if it's got a 20% of the price mark? So let's find that actual amount, the exact amount, and it's $3.80. But how much is the discount on $19 if it's 20% off? This finds us the discount. This finds us the amount they're taking off of the price. This is one way to do it. There's another way to do it. 100x 20 times 19. How much? 380. Yeah. Divide by 100. $3.80. Sale price, that's what they asked for, was sale price. Not what the discount is. What's the sale price? So what do I do with that $3.80? Yeah, subtract it from the $19. $15.20. That's our sale price. And then they would tax on that, depending on where you go, how much the tax is, what city you're in. County sales tax. So like it's about 9.5 here. Savannah's a little bit different. Corinth is a little lower sales tax. And depending on what kind of item it is, the tax is different as well. Taxes are not the same on grocery items as they are clothing items. It's a different tax rate. So makes a difference. Okay, so our sale price is that. What's another way that you could get that sale price without having to do the subtraction? Huh? That's the same thing. What I'm saying is a different way, as in not having to subtract the $3.80 from 19. I can get you to think a little outside the box here. How much are we paying? What percent of the full price are we paying? 80%. So we could go straight to X over 19 equals 80 over 100, and the X would be the actual sale price because we're paying 80%. So that's just a different way of looking at it, depending on what you need out of the problem, which way you would do it. This is going to, it's going to take an extra operation to solve it. If you did the 80 over 100 here, the X that you find would be the actual sale price without having to do the subtraction. So there's a couple of different ways of doing things like that, which makes life easier sometimes. All right, this is what I want us to do. Page 179, that's section 3.7. Let's do 3 through 29. Those are the ones like the first examples we did, or you got the 16 is 20% of what number, those kind of questions. And then you get into some other problems there, 33, 34, and 35, some more application type problems. We're going to have a quiz Friday over 3.5, 3.6, and 3.7. Keep in mind that could have questions from the first 4 sections of chapter 3 on it as well. It will have questions from the first 4 sections on it as well. Okay, so a quiz on Friday. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Okay, so that's going to give us today, get this assignment done. Tomorrow, we're going to practice all 3 of them kind of mixed together. And then Friday, we're going to quiz all of it mixed together. Everything we've done thus far on that.
Do we write what it is?
No, you don't have to write out that sentence out of the book. You can just start with your proportion that you set up. Yeah, you don't. That's a good question. Let me ask, do you have to write the question that's in the book? No. Just start with your work where you're setting up your proportions. Okay, so set those up, work those out. Again, quiz on Friday over the 3 sections that we cover in this week. Okay, and that should set us up to finish chapter 3 before the end of this 9 weeks. It's been 9 weeks on chapter 3. That's crazy. Well, it's been 9 weeks. It'll be about. There are 8 sections in chapter.